going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Horror. This is Ethan Horror, and today we are going to be doing a ranking that I never thought I'd be doing, because today we're ranking the Leprechaun movies. Yeah, I watched all of them. So there's 8, and they're torturous. But if you guys noticed, I found my ring lights, so it finally actually looks good on the set. Because the ring lights are back, so you can actually see the things behind me, and you can actually see my face. It doesn't look like crap. So we're going to be going through all 8 Leprechaun movies, and I guess I probably shouldn't say from worst to best, probably just least bad, or most bad to least bad, because none of them are good. So let's just go through all 8 Leprechaun movies and rank them.
Here's Johnny.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! Yes. It's gone.
Starting off in last place, the worst of the worst is going to be Leprechaun 4 in Space. Now, Leprechaun 4, the worst, because guess what? It's boring. Like, a lot of Leprechaun movies are bad, but they're like entertainingly bad because of all the stupid stuff that's going on. This is just stupid stuff happening for no reason with no story. Like, and it's not even like fun stupid stuff. Like the doctor who like is like half cyborg, he gets turned into like a spider mutant, which is just a knockoff of Brundlefly. And then the characters kind of walk around for a while. Someone gets killed by the leprechaun, they walk around for a while. Someone gets killed by the leprechaun, they walk around for a while. Nothing happens in this movie. Nothing. Like, it's, I guess, somewhat entertaining because of all the weird stuff that happens, but nothing happens. Like, weird things happen, but then they don't play it as a joke fully. And then you're back to the leprechaun, he kills someone, then the characters walk around for a while. It's boring, and none of the decisions they make are good. So, it's not going to go anywhere higher than number 8. Number 7, I have Leprechaun Back to the Hood. These bottom few have 0 entertainment value. I honestly couldn't tell you a single thing that happens in this movie. Nope. Couldn't tell you a single plot point, and I watched this movie last week. Literally, I could tell you 0 information about this movie besides the leprechauns in like 10 minutes. Which is the only reason we watch these movies, because he is the reason that they're so bad they're good sometimes. And he's in it for 10 minutes, so not good movie. Coming in at number 6, God, this movie is not at the bottom. That's how you know these movies are bad. Leprechaun Origins, the reboot by WWE Studios. Guess what? The person who plays the Leprechaun is a wrestler. I don't watch wrestling, but I know that. And guess what? You don't get to see him because he's in prosthetics. And guess what? You don't even get to see the Leprechaun either. Literally, he might have 5 minutes of screen time where you can actually see him. Because every single time he attacks the characters, it's from this like golden POV predator vision. Which is terrible, by the way. So, and to be fair, the monster isn't even a leprechaun. It's literally just this creature that they need to sacrifice people to who is obsessed with gold. Like, that's the only thing that ties him to the original Leprechaun, is that he's obsessed with gold. But otherwise, he doesn't even have powers. He just kind of eats people. Like, it's a alright creature feature, but calling it a Leprechaun movie, no, it's not. But I'm also, it wouldn't even be that good of a creature feature because the creature is not featured. Coming in at number 5 is going to be Leprechaun in the Hood. Now, these 5, there's a little bit of entertainment value, but little to none. The biggest compliment I'd give this movie is that the main characters are actually pretty good in this movie. Otherwise, there's, again, basically just Leprechaun runs around and kills people. But this one does actually have a little bit of a story. It's about these rappers who want to make it big, but they don't want to be like, they want to have a good message rather than just violence. But I forgot, I think it's Ice Cube, that the rapper that they actually got to be in this movie. I don't know how much they paid him to be in this movie, but they did. And this movie has some of the best kills of the series, and I actually think the Leprechaun is alright in this movie. Coming in at number 4, I'm going with the original Leprechaun. Now, as I said, these top 5, they all have a little bit of entertainment value. The only one that I knew going into this ranking would be where it is my number 1 spot. Otherwise, these, like, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd are all pretty much the exact same for me. Same amount of entertainment value. This first one gets a little bit higher because it, like, tries to be scary a little bit. But that also is why it gets a little bit lower, because they try to play a Leprechaun premise seriously. They try to play it seriously sometimes, which is why I'm glad in the sequels they do not try to play seriously. They just try to make it comedic, because it's a Leprechaun using magic powers to kill people. There's this, like, it's a Leprechaun. He can be killed by 4-leaf clovers and iron. Like, he's obsessed with gold. He shines shoes. How can you possibly take that premise and make it serious and not comedic? But they do. They try, and doesn't really work very well. The characters suck. Even though Jennifer Aniston's in this movie, she is able to put 0 charm on the main character, because they're, like, all the main characters are just nothing except for the kids. The kids are okay. The dad, the boyfriend, and Jennifer Aniston are all just absolutely nothing. Coming in at number 3, I have Leprechaun 2. Now, this one probably could be a little bit higher, but these top 3 for me are all pretty much tied. Again, not very good, but these top ones are a little bit entertaining for me. They're played well. They're kind of so bad they're good at some points. This is, I think, the one that I'd say is probably the most so bad it's good. And we'll talk about the one that I think is definitely so bad it's good in a little bit. But this one, it has a lot of really good kills, which is what's kind of bringing it up a little bit. The Leprechaun isn't really at his peak yet. I think we'll see that again a little bit later when we talk about that movie. And again, the main characters suck. Bridget, and the only reason I remember her name is because Dead Meat talks about her a lot. And then the main guy are basically nothing characters, but Uncle whatever dude, Grandpa, the guy related to the main character, he's actually an alright character, and he does have a good death scene. And there is another good death scene with the lawnmower blades. You guys know about that one. But otherwise, basically nothing else. Coming in at number 2, Leprechaun Returns. These top 2, I don't mind. I don't mind these ones. If we're gonna rewatch a Leprechaun movie, I don't know why we would, these top 2 would be alright options. Number 2, Leprechaun Returns. Probably the most well-made movie out of any of these. It feels the least cheap. It has probably the best kills of the series. They're not super comedic, but they're very gory and bloody, so I do like the kills aspect of it. But they did swap in a different actor for Warwick Davis. You probably wouldn't notice very much, but he doesn't have as much of the charm, and you can tell his voice is a little bit different, but pretty much the same thing, except for, like, this Leprechaun doesn't feel as fun. This Leprechaun kind of feels like Freddy Krueger from the first Nightmare on Elm Street. Very, like, trying to be very serious and scary, while also cracking some dark humor jokes. This one just, yeah, it just seems scary. Not like the other ones. So, a little complaint on the Leprechaun, but, otherwise, I like the main characters. I like that they bring back Ozzy. But otherwise, yeah. Story-wise, not great. The main character's good, but the rest of the characters suck. Really gory. And number 1, still not even a 4-star movie. We're gonna go with Leprechaun 3 because I think it is the most so bad it's good movie on the list. I think Leprechaun is cranked up to 11. He's actually funny sometimes in this movie. Great kills, great Leprechaun kills. Great, they're really funny. Like, a guy gets killed with a robot, and one girl, like, he, like, blows her up until she explodes. Like, fun Leprechaun kills. And there's just so much weird stuff going on that it just makes this movie so insane that it's actually kind of fun. Like, the main character gets bit by the leprechaun and turns into a leprechaun, kind of. And there's some scenes where he's hanging out in Las Vegas with Elvis and he's gambling. That's kind of fun. Otherwise, the main character is pretty much a nothing character. The main girl, she's alright. And there is a lot of characters around this hotel, this casino, that are actually pretty entertaining to watch and get killed. So it's going to be number 1. Still probably only give it like 3.5 stars. But, you know, it's better than the other half of the list, so. And that is going to be it for today, guys. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hit like so you can see more videos like it. Comment down below some more video ideas. Hit subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified when I post any new videos. Otherwise, go down to my channel, click on it. I'm sure there'll be another video in there that you'll enjoy if you are a horror fan like me. And until next time, as I said, I'm running out of ideas. Please comment down below some things that you want to see. And until next time, this has been Ethan Horror. Don't watch these movies. They're not good.